What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Work Knife Balance. We're going to be diving into a knife we just recently got in one of the pass around groups. One of my favorites, definitely hit my list for need to buy during this next year. So without further ado, let's go ahead and head to the top down. All right. So this is a knife coming through the Lefty EDC pass around group. Want to give a shout out to Lefty and say thank you very much for letting me be a part of that group and getting some of these sweet knives. And then I want to go ahead and take a moment and say thank you to anybody who's already liked and subscribed to the channel. If you haven't, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below. It's a great way to support us. You can also head over to Instagram and follow us at WorkKnifeBalance939. That's the best way to communicate with us. If you want to know more about some of the knives we've looked at or give your thoughts and opinions on knives you think we should take a look at, and just give us some suggestions, that would be a great place to do that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this. As you can see, we got a Kunwu knife here. This is I don't know if Kunwu is switching over all their boxes to these premium like white boxes or if they're going to go back to the blue. I think the new compact Chad came in the blue boxes, so it just kind of compares, I guess, kind of depends. But we're going to be taking a little bit of a deeper look at the Kunwu Geezer. So this is Kunwu's very first slip joint. We got this in the pass around group, did an unboxing for it a couple days ago. I really like this knife. So slip joints have been making a little bit of a revival in the last, I would say, 2 to 3 years. They never fell away for some people, but they're making a much more modern revival. So you have a lot of guys and gals and people all around who have carried folding knives, locking folding knives, and with the modernization of some of the slip joints, just with blade steels and handle materials, you've seen a much larger popularity grow with some slip joints. Not that they've disappeared, like I said, they've still been around, but you've seen a larger resurgence in popularity for slip joints, which I think is pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and do tip-to-tail measurements. We'll do some side-by-sides. I'll use my favorite slip joint that I've got to date right now as a side-by-side comparison, and then we will go ahead and do some other folding knives, locking folding knives comparisons, so you can kind of get a good idea with that. And then we'll call it a day. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and start with the measurements as we pull this out real quick. From tip to tail, we're looking at about 7.35, I'd say. It's under 7.5, over 7.25. Let's say 7.35. For the blade length, we're looking at about 3 1/4 with a cutting edge of about 3 exact there. So you've got a little bit more coming up, and then lose a little bit on that choil right there. You do have a really nice kind of like choil in there. For my slip joint, I should have had it out before I started the video, but I didn't. Good thing I've got it right here next to me. I'm going to go ahead and pull out. This is probably my favorite slip joint I've got in my collection right now, which might surprise some people, but this is going to be the Cyborg Jack. This is from the first release. I picked this one up secondary. So this is the pink Cyborg Jack right there. And then we'll go ahead and pull some just more traditional knives out here as well. I guess not traditional, but classic that y'all might know. It's got the Civivi Elementum button lock. Go ahead and pull that one down. We've got the Hogue Deca right here. Go ahead and remove that one. We'll go ahead and get the Kaiser Veritas. This has been very popular in the last 1.5 years since it's been out. Go ahead and get the NAFS Lander 2. Put that one up there, and that's a pretty good size comparison in lengthwise. I had this one out next to it the other day, not even realizing it, but these two I thought were actually really good size comparison. Handle's got a good comparison, blade's got a good comparison. The Lander has a little bit more on the tip of the blade, but overall it's a really good size comparison. So if you've got that one, that's a good one. And then we'll go ahead and pull out the Warney Pyrite from CJRB button lock, and that gives you some good comparisons there. I'm gonna go ahead and put the Cyborg Jack away. I'm putting it in its Northwoods leather slip, which is absolutely awesome. All right, so Some really cool things about the Geezer. One, for Kunwu's very first slip joint, I think they hit it out of the park. I thought this was a really fantastic knife. I really like that you've got a little bit more of a 45 stop right here rather than the 90-degree half stop. Just with the blade and everything, I think it fits better. I don't know. Something about it, I just really like it. I feel like you see more half stops than you do on those 45 3/4 stops right there. So to me, I really like that. The walk and talk on this is fantastic. You can kind of hear that coming through, and it's got enough of a pull that this is a knife that I would actually feel comfortable doing a single close on. Some of them are so tight. It's great because you know you're not going to close it on yourself, but once you get to this point, on some of them, it's so tight that I always pull it out. I just don't feel comfortable closing one-handed. This one is a little bit lighter that I feel more comfortable pulling, which might sound kind of like reverse theory there and counterproductive, but I will say that lighter pull makes me feel more secure in closing it one-handed. I still do close it two-handed very often. You have a titanium scaled handle here with the orange peel texture. Let's see if we can kind of zoom in to see that a little bit. So you can kind of see the orange peel texture going there. And then this is a carbon fiber copper inlay. This is the most expensive variant that they have out there. This one comes in about $210. This one is $209 on Kunwu's website. I haven't found them on secondary websites. So if someone knows a secondary website where you can get these as well, feel free to put that in the comments below. But I haven't found these on a secondary website. The Geezer has only been available on the Kunwu website to my knowledge. They have 4 different variations. They have a black weave carbon fiber that comes in at $179, so $180. Then they've got a blue carbon fiber and a green carbon fiber, and it's the kind of Chinese version of camo carbon for the blue, so it's blue, white, and black. And then they've got a green and black version that's kind of marbled in there as well too. The blue carbon fiber, the green carbon fiber are fully the carbon fiber. They do not have it's not an inlay like this copper right here. And then the black weave, same, is fully black weave. It's not an inlay. You do have a titanium clip here, so Kunwu put a titanium clip on this one, which is pretty awesome. I do like when slip joints have clips, personally, because it's nice to have a slip for a knife, but I really like when you can have a clip to put on it as well. So if I don't want to carry it in the slip and I want to carry it just in my pocket, I've got a way to kind of secure it to my pocket there, which is really nice. Yeah, so that's one thing that I think is missing on some modern slip joints is a clip, but slip joints don't typically have clips, so I fully understand why they don't have them. So yeah, with the blade here, you've got a nice reverse Tonto with a big belly on it right here. You've got almost, I would say, if this had more of a recurve in it, came more like clip pointy, you could almost say this is like a Bowie style slip joint with how big that belly is right there. Which, when I was looking at it, I was like, that would be wicked. If Kunwu wanted to do a second variant and turn this into a Bowie slip joint, I think that would be pretty cool. Bowie, whatever you want to say. But I think that would be pretty cool. You have a really nice fuller on the backside here, and you've got jimping on the top part of the spine right there. Maybe, there we go. Jimping on the top part of the spine right there, which gives you some good grip for any sort of push cuts you're going to be doing right there as well. So not much left to say about this. We did show that it was LMAX steel in the unboxing. I'll show you one more time right there. So not only are you getting a premium produced knife, but you're getting premium materials too, with the titanium, the carbon fiber copper inlay, and then you also have an LMAX steel. This is fantastic. I mean, I don't think Kunwu does anything 50%. They do everything at 110%. So this is really, really good. And in my opinion, for the price that you're paying, $210 for this is not bad at all. I personally would probably pick up the green or blue carbon fiber variant. I just like the way those look overall, but this is a solid solution if you don't like those and you want something that's going to have some titanium and a little bit more flash and flare to it as well. So prices ranging from $180 to $210 depending upon which one you pick up, like we said in there. I don't have much else left for you. I will put a link to this below. If it's an Amazon link, it supports our channel. If it's not, it's just for you to look at some cool stuff and see what we're sending you to. So, yeah. Until next time, not much left. That is the Kunwu Geezer, and we'll see you next time. TTFN.